1. A world of many peoples, North America before 1492. Long before European sails appeared, the Americas were home to millions. Not an empty wilderness, but hundreds of vibrant, distinct societies. From the frozen Arctic tundra to the rainforests of the south, across the vast plains and the wooded eastern regions. Over thousands of years, they developed intricate ways of life. They spoke a dazzling array of languages and followed diverse spiritual traditions, organizing communities in countless different ways. There was no single Native American experience. Societies ranged from mobile bands of hunters and gatherers to large, settled agricultural centers and empires. Cahokia's massive mounds and far trade testify to urban sophistication. Section 2. The fabric of daily life, societies and sustenance. Daily life was deeply connected to land and resources. Agriculture underpinned populous societies in the East and Southwest. The three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, supported each other. Together, they provided robust nutrition and stability. This allowed large villages and complex social structures to thrive. Life followed seasonal rhythms marked by ceremony and thanks. Where farming was difficult, people mastered hunting and gathering. Plains groups staged complex bison hunts requiring deep knowledge. Hunts yielded food, hides, bone tools, and sinew for thread. In woodlands, they hunted deer, moose, and small game, and gathered a wide variety of wild plants and medicines. Encyclopedic environmental knowledge passed through generations. Kinship-centered social life. Women often held significant power. Leaders earned respect by skill and consensus. Elders kept wisdom. Section 3. Worlds in conflict. The realities of intertribal warfare. As elsewhere, warfare was part of life before Europeans arrived. War arose from social, economic, and political pressures. Competition for resources, lands, and trade routes bred conflict. Population shifts and territorial pressures sparked wars. Raiding for prestige and retribution was common. Warrior cultures like the Comanche and Lakota prized valor. Success in battle elevated status and respect. Grievances and mourning wars fueled cycles of retaliation. Captives could be adopted to restore community strength. Conflicts ranged from ritualized skirmishes to devastating wars. Large armies mobilized in the Northeast in the 17th century. The Huron-Wendat suffered near total dispersal amid fur trade rivalries. Wars were fought with deadly effectiveness using traditional arms, yet diplomacy, alliances, and confederacies also sustained peace. Section 4. Hard Truths, Captivity and Ritual Violence in Context. Slavery existed in varying forms among some native groups. It differed from the later European chattel system. Captives were most often taken during warfare. Many were adopted to replace lost community members. Elsewhere, formal slavery created a permanent underclass. Enslaved persons could be traded and compelled to labor. Status could be inherited. Owning slaves signaled elite power. Among Tlingit and Chinook, slave ownership marked prestige. It was not race-based nor industrial like the Atlantic trade. Some societies practiced ritualized torture and rare sacrifice. Public torture of male war captives was a ritualized act. Bravery and song preserved honor amid communal grief. Human sacrifice appears at Cahokia and pre-Aztec contexts. Study these practices to understand worldviews, not to judge. Section 5. The Tools of Two Worlds. A Technological Divide. Metallurgy delivered swords, armor, knives, axes, and pots. Firearms, though crude, had outsized psychological impact, especially decisive in open field engagements. Domesticated animals transformed labor, travel, and war. The horse revolutionized life across the Great Plains. Deep-water ships sustained transoceanic supply chains. Colonists, soldiers, and goods reinforced footholds. Native watercraft excelled inland, not for ocean crossings. Technologies were finely tuned to place. Irrigation and fertile soils. Vast botanical knowledge underpinned health and ritual. Lightweight weapons excelled in ambush and guerrilla tactics. Native peoples selectively adopted European goods. Firearms and metalware were adapted to local needs. Flexibility and ingenuity drove hybrid technological worlds. The arrival of Europeans initiated profound change. Early encounters centered on trade and new relationships. Europeans brought transformative tools and textiles. In return, they sought furs and frontier wealth. More devastating than weapons were Old World diseases. With no immunity, epidemics swept with terrifying speed. The Great Dying erased communities and destabilized societies. Illness often preceded Europeans via native networks. The loss of elders and leaders fractured social order. Collapse shifted power, easing colonial expansion. Contact brought both opportunity and disaster. Some navigated change with skill and adaptation. But above all, diseases unleashed an incomprehensible wave of death. The world was shattered, survivors rebuilt amid ongoing tragedy. Those who endured adapted in the shadow of loss. Beyond goods and germs, worldviews collided over religion and law. Missionaries sought conversion, often by coercion or force. Suppression of ceremonies struck identity and cohesion. Europeans imposed written law, private property, and sovereignty. Most native societies held land as communal stewardship. Treaties were fraught. Meanings diverged across cultures. Settlement and exclusion bred inevitable conflict. Survivors were confined to smaller, poorer lands. Traditional economies were systematically undermined. Assimilation policies severed children from cultures. Cultural genocide inflicted deep, intergenerational trauma. Yet native nations resisted, negotiated, and adapted. They built hybrid cultures to persist. Today, revitalization advances sovereignty and culture. Against all odds, they fight for their future. Looking back reveals profound lessons for today. This is no simple tale of good and evil. It is a human story of greed, fear, piety, courage, and cruelty. Complexity includes warfare, slavery, technology, and disease. Perspective changes meaning, treaty, mission, or cleared forest. One sees progress, another dispossession and desecration. Learning demands listening to historically silenced voices. Indigenous perspectives are essential to truth. Cultural arrogance justified seizure, broken treaties, erasure. The legacy urges humility and respect for diversity. Value different ways of seeing and being. The story is connection, collision, profound loss, and survival. Modern nations, laws, and borders rest on this foundation. Study the past with honesty, balance, and empathy. Seek justice, respect all peoples, and ensure such collisions never recur.